Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use an Xbox controller to play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So the first thing you need to do is download the Dolphin emulator. I personally used version 5.0-12716. As more updated versions come out, you can try those, but I know for sure this one works. Okay, and you just get them at dolphin/emu.org. Okay. Then you're going to download your Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword ROM. I got mine from ROMs Mania. Download it. Easy. So to open the game, you're going to open your Dolphin emulator file, open whatever you saved the ROM as. So while your game is loading, you're going to go to Options and Controller Settings. Okay, ignore GameCube controllers. You're going to go right down to the Wii remote. So you're going to emulate a Wii remote, configure, and the first thing you need to do is assign all your buttons. So the A button is what I think is the most important one. So once you click on the button you want to change, all you have to do is click the button on the controller and it'll automatically assign it. But since you need to assign 2 to the A button, I'll tell you why. The first thing, so let me clear it so I can show you. So you're going to push A, button A. Right click, you're going to cut it. And then the second one, you're going to push your right shoulder. Okay. There we go. So when you open it up, it'll say shoulder R, and then you click the pipe, vertical bar, whatever you want to call it, on your keyboard, and then you'll paste in your button A. So that way, both of those are assigned to A. You do this because your right analog stick is going to be your motion controls, like as if you're pointing your Wii remote and moving it around. So while you're moving your right analog stick around, you're not able to push A. If you are, you're a madman, you have 2 thumbs, but most people can't. So your pointer finger is already on your trigger, your shoulder button. And so when you're like aiming with a bow or swimming, you're still able to push A to shoot. Real nice. Then after that, B is the B button. 1 I put as the Y button, which will open up your inventory. The minus button is the back button on the Xbox. The plus button on the Wii remote I set as X, because that pulls up your map and is really convenient. And home is start. Classic. Then your D-pad, which is the plus here, is the plus on the Wii remote. Up is the pad N, down is pad S, left is, left, and then right is right. Easy, easy. Then your extension, make sure nunchuck and motion plus are checked. And then if you want the full Wii experience, you change your battery to 5% or less. And 5 will let you know that you need to change your batteries. But you don't need to do that. For motion simulation, this is also really important. The only things you're going to change for most of the game are point and swing. The only time you'll ever use tilt is when the game specifically tells you to tilt. It will say tilt the Wii remote, and then you will come in here, pause the game real quick and turn on your tilt. Okay? But otherwise, your right analog stick, up for up, down, left, right, recenter is shoulder R. And then you don't need to mess with the yee-haws and the pitch. Okay? And then swing is for when you're swinging your sword around. And you're going to do the same thing. Right analog stick, up, down, left, right. I put forward on pad W, the left on the D-pad, because as the game is called, Skyward Sword, there are times when you're going to need to raise your sword skyward, which is used for the up. So it's really hard, and there's a lot of times you're going to need to stab. But sometimes, you know, it doesn't understand when you're going up versus forward. So I just put the left D-pad to stab so that when I need to stab, I can stab every time. And then a little thing about skyward striking is sometimes it's a little sensitive and you got to go a little slower than just forward slashing. Okay? Another thing for swinging is speed. So when you need to draw something or spin a dial or play an instrument, I found too, having a lower speed really helps. I'm talking like 10 ms. But normal playing, anywhere from 12 to 16 is a good speed. And you can test that out to suit your preference. Okay? And then, so when you do turn on tilt, you're going to do it the exact same as you did for point and swing. Okay? Motion input, you don't need to change anything, but this is what mine looks like. The Yeehaw is 25. Dead Zone 2, Calibration 3. Extension, this is your nunchuck. Your nunchuck is your left stick. So it's just up, down, left, right. No modifiers, nothing in the dead zone. Your shoulder is your C button. Your trigger in the back is your Z button. Easy. You don't need to do anything for extension motion simulation. This is what it looks like. And then for Extension Motion Plus, you don't need to do anything either. And then you can save it to a certain profile. But that's it. It's super easy. The only times I ever had a hard time using the motion controls was when I was flying. And flying is one of the first things you do in the game when you're not quite used to the motion control yet. So that's why it can be a little frustrating. But if you're just use small motions at first, be really sensitive, and you'll eventually get the hang of it, and then you can Tokyo drift while you're flying. It's really fun. I really enjoy flying in the game. Other than that, have any questions? Put them in the comments, please. And thank you so much. Have a good time playing Zelda, nerds. Bye.
Panda.